Hi, welcome to the gay outside of YouTube. My name is Crystal Miller and I like to paint. My main form of income currently is painting stuff and then people buy it. I thought I'd give some advice on how to paint because a lot of people want to know. And I'll show you how you can do it too. I'm using classic fine liners like Unipin and Star fine liners, and I'm also adding a bit of Sharpie just for the thicker lines. This art piece was inspired by a painting by Leopard Schmutzel. It's an old oil painting that depicts a girl carrying a bunch of flowers, and I thought it'd just be a cool idea. Instead of her carrying the flowers, she instead has the flowers as her hair. The whole drawing really just kind of came alive on its own. The movement in the girl and the way that it's angled is very vibrant, and I'm looking forward to see what the finishing results are. I tried to add as much detail as I could. It had lots of whimsical elements like her being in a field, and right near the end I decided to add some kites that have roses and flowers on them in order to fill up the space. I typically like using fine liner pens and sketching out a really detailed piece and then adding the watercolor on top because I think it looks better. It's my personal preference. Most people, however, just go in straight with watercolors. A lot of artists have this really elitist attitude about water paints. They think that you have to have like really good ones. You do not. These days I use this brand. I would highly recommend, if you are saving up for better water paints and you want a brand that's very reliable and very nice, I would recommend this one. Immediately look at this box. It is so gorgeous. Let me just show you something. So the product that I tend to use is called Kuretake Gambi watercolors, and I honestly highly recommend them. Not only are they not oily, and they just genuinely are so smooth on paper and so beautiful to use, they're also kind of cheap when you're considering what you're buying. I mean, it's like, I think, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 36 different colors, and all of them are so vibrant and so saturated and so beautiful. I would trade them like on paper, but you're going to see that in a minute. This is really what I think you should aim for when you're starting watercolors, because they really are just top tier. Alright, so when it comes to like paintbrushes, I use these ones called fine detail brushes with triangular handles. They're so detailed, they're so cheap, and I will leave the link for them in my description if you want them. Okay, so now it's time for the war paints. So the first thing you're going to want to know with war paints is that make sure that you get rid of all the pencil lining underneath, because it will stain and you won't be able to rub it out. I usually tend to start from the skyline of every painting that I do because I like to see the darker colours and I like to blend them out. Always start thick and then add more water and brush it out and blend it as much as you possibly can. Also, because of the type of medium that war paints tend to be, it's really nice to just add like different shades and different variants of the same colour. As in real life, nothing is just one basic colour, and you really have to mix it just to create this beautiful little piece. Usually once I've blended everything out and made like a nice little skyscraper on the background, I'll add detail with a small brush. As you can see, the clouds are kind of blurry at the moment, but once I add my small detailed brush and I blur out little dark shapes in it becomes more in depth and more 3D and like realistic. I wanted to make the girl dark skinned because I thought it'd be a very nice contrast for how the rest of the image is quite light and vibrant. So you can see me adding freckles and little highlights, and just so you know, with every dark skinned person you add 3 different tones and only the smallest one should be red. I'm trying to add as many different colours as I possibly can to the overall image because I just think it looks beautiful. I think if you're going to do a painting that's about flowers and about nature, you might as well use every single colour available to you anyway, so. And with the grass, you can see here that I'm highlighting the darker bits behind the blades of grass with a nice turquoise green, and then on the lighter bits I'm adding more of a yellow tone. This really makes the grass shimmer and make it look like sunlight is hitting it. And again, as before, make sure you blend everything that you do out. In order to add like a bit of detail, I like to add little droplets of water around each area just because I think it looks cute and it's a nice little technique, and I think it honestly is kind of my signature at this point because I tend to do it so much. All 3 of the kites are getting painted different colours because I just think it looks cool. You can also see at this point I'm going to start going in with my gold. I like adding small little shimmers of gold because I like it when it turns to light. The painting just looks so beautiful and shiny. And then last but not least, I'm going in with my white pen. This one is also a Uniball white pen, by the way, and it is honestly, I'm just using it at this point to add highlights and a bit of stars in the background. And then I'm going in and doing my signature. and it's finished, and this is the final result, and I am insanely happy with it. I think it looks so good. It's so beautiful and it's so detailed and delicate. I really do just love working with wall paints though, because they are just so fine and so gorgeous and so intricate, and I just love how they flow and I love using them. I love everything about them. I really like how this came out. I have a request. I would love to see if somebody else did something similar to this or took inspiration from my artwork, and I'd love to see what you guys do. So yeah, if you want to, tag me on Instagram. I will comment on every single one that I see, and I cannot wait to see what you do. And if you have any time, I have all my artwork available for sale or as a sale as a print if you don't want to buy the original artwork down below in my Etsy. And you can also follow me in any of my other social medias. They're all in the description above and in my bio. I hope you enjoyed watching me do this, and I hope you have a really good day. I hope your artwork goes well. Again, tag me in any artwork. I love art, so I'd love to see it. Alright.